What's up, everybody? This is Whisky in the Six. I'm Rob. Whisky in the Six. What's up, everybody? This is Whisky in the Six. I'm Rob, doing the Balvenie 14-year-old Peat Week. 48.3%. They peat their whiskey for 1 week of the year. This is the product of that. I am so happy with the style of peat that they use. I had no expectations for this, and when I smelt it for the first time, I was in love. Kind of reminds me of that Octomore style peat. It's like a smokehouse, barbecue brisket, and ribs, and sweet barbecue sauces, and all that kind of stuff. Love it. There's like a touch of a farmy note in there as well. Really nice, like sweet honeys. Definitely like the sweeter side of barbecue sauce. Applewood, all that kind of stuff. Beautiful, beautiful nose. It's full. It's almost like oatmeal, like porridge, like really, really nice. So 30 parts per million of phenols. It's known to be similar to what Ardbeg and Laphroaig use for their peat, as far as the parts per million go. Now you got those beasts like Octomore that go well over 100 on many of their expressions, but as we can tell, some of the lower ppms, or the whiskeys that come in at a lower ppm anyway, are not much less peated than Octomores, which tells me that like there's a certain point where our senses can't really pick up that level of peat. This is an awesome nose hole. All sweetness, a little bit of fruit in there. That, like I said, that honey note. It's malty, and it's got that beautiful barbecue smokehouse kind of smoke. On the palate, wow. Okay, so big shout out to Jamie Johnson for giving me this bottle. Full disclaimer, I got this bottle as a gift. Beautiful stuff. Honestly, I tend to be a little bit more harsh on whiskeys that I'm gifted, to keep my credibility, to keep that honesty out there. So what I tend to do is I'll give it to other people, and when they're super impressed and even more impressed than I am, or more impressed than I'm letting out to be, just goes to show how good this actually is. And so far, everybody that I've let try this was pretty amazed. Now, I'll talk about price in a second here. I'm gonna give it one more taste. Nice viscosity to it. All those barbecue notes come through. Something a little bit more ashy on the back end, but you get that honey, you get that apple barbecue sauce, hickory kind of smoke. A little bit of that like farm-like note. Sweet porridge-like notes on the palate as well. Nice viscosity, great finish to this whiskey. Like you just bit into a brisket or something like that. That's the finish. So, the only thing not to love about this whiskey is the price. At the LCBO, it's about 250 bucks. In Alberta, it's not much cheaper. You're looking at 220 to 250 depending on where you're buying from. I believe in the US, it's quite a bit cheaper. I've seen it as low as 150 bucks. But still, with the exchange, you're looking at close to 200 bucks Canadian. Not cheap stuff here. I got to try it before I bought it, which is exactly what I would suggest you to do. If you're a big Octomore fan, I think you would love this whiskey. It's Octomore brought down a little bit in the ABV, brought down a little bit in the ppm, but just so good. I would never be able to tell that this is a Balvenie just by tasting it, because of the amount of peat that's in this, it's a really good amount. Okay, so if you're a peat head, you're gonna love this whiskey. I love it. Honestly, I think it's an awesome whiskey. Value-wise, it seems to be the going rate now. Octomores are going for $250 plus in Canada, and that's the general global price, right? So I don't know what to say about the price. Things just keep on getting more expensive, but I do really enjoy this. It's really good stuff, guys. Honestly, my gut's telling me this is a 90, but because I got this for free and I didn't have to put my hard-earned cash into this, I feel like I should drop that down a little bit to about an 88. So I'll leave that up to you to decide. I think it's probably closer to a 90 if I'm being completely honest. Try it before you buy it. If you're a peat head, you're gonna love this. That's it for me, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you really like the video, you can hit the subscribe button. You can hit the bell to get notifications for when I do release a video. Check out our podcast, The Whiskey Rant, on all places where you find your podcast. Cheers, guys.